Hello, hello. This is Blake from A Plea for Purging, and my plan at this point, while we kind of prepare to play a show, maybe two, this year of 2023, the year of our Lord, I'm having to relearn Plea stuff. So while I'm doing that, my plan is to make some videos and playthrough videos, really for the sake of me and Tyler and John to relearn how to play everything. But while I'm at it, it'd be a good time to kind of make some videos for other people that have asked me through the years about different songs. So this first video is just to kind of explain our tuning, or at least what we were in on the last record. And if we write some new stuff, it would probably be in this new tuning as well. But from the beginning of the band, when we started putting out full lengths on Face Down, every record progressively got lower, exactly a step and a half lower. So the very first record, which we don't play any of those songs, hopefully never will, that was just in straight drop D. Of course, a lot of shreddy stuff. The second record, Depravity, was in drop B, which is a step and a half below that, which we'll play Malevolence, I'm sure. Probably not much more off that record, maybe Motos or something like that, but that record's in drop B. Then Marriage of Heaven and Hell was in drop G sharp, and that's a step and a half lower than Depravity. So up to that point, those first three records were played on a 6-string, and I just kept detuning or playing like an extended scale at thicker strings, of course. So the very last record, we wanted to kind of continue that tradition for a step and a half lower. So we wanted to play an F, and on a 6-string it's pretty difficult, especially when we're trying to play older songs that are in drop B or drop G sharp. So the solution that I kind of came up with was to switch to a 7-string and basically tune the bottom 6 strings in drop G sharp, and then have the top string as just a big old thick F. That way I could write some riffs and write songs in F for the step and a half lower on the last record, but still be able to play the bulk of the songs that we were playing live at the time on G sharp on these 6 strings. So kind of a hybrid, weird tuning, and it was fun to write the last record using this tuning. Kind of had to figure out new chord shapes and stuff like that. So that's kind of the long and short of that, and that's probably what we'll play in at Furnace Fest in September. So that's just kind of a general explanation for people that have asked me through the years. And just as a side note, if we do play Malevolence, which I'm sure we will, we just play it in G sharp instead of drop B because we don't care. So that's probably what's going to happen there. Everything else will be played in G sharp or F because the last 2 records, they're going to be the bulk of the songs that we play live from here on out. And if we write some new stuff, it'll probably be in this tuning as well. So if you want to hear what it sounds like, so like for example, The Fall is drop G sharp from Marriage of Heaven and Hell. I'm not going to play this F string at all. So just drop G sharp. So I'm going to play that whole song and drop G sharp. So if we're playing one of the newer songs, say for example The Life, I will utilize that top F. So that's that lower string. So hopefully that explains something. If you have questions, let me know. Thanks. So let me explain the bass tuning, which was kind of a chore getting to the last record because John was still on a 4-string bass, and obviously we wanted to play an F. And so, you know, on the Marriage of Heaven and Hell cycle, he just played a 4-string bass tuned to drop G sharp, which would be G sharp, D sharp, G sharp, C sharp. And we could get through the set like that. So on the last record, I was kind of figuring out a way to where he didn't have to keep changing basses or you know, play a whole new bass throughout the whole set. So this is the solution we came up with, which I kind of think Sugar did this back in the day too. But so like I said, the tuning on Marriage, the G sharp, drop G sharp tuning, that second string is a D sharp. I have to look at my notes here. Is a D sharp. So what we did, the solution was to tune this string 1 step up to be an F. And at that point, John's second string on bass became his root note for all the songs in F. So instead of having to swap basses, he literally, between like a marriage song and a life and death song on the last record, all he would have to do is tune his second string up a step. So we kind of built the set list that way too, to where we play like 2 marriage songs together and then 2 life and death songs together. That way he wasn't tuning in between each song, and he kind of, play two at a time. So that's the bass tuning explained. Hopefully that helps.